morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, students. My name is William Elvis, and I'm from STEM for All Makerspace. Welcome to our presentation on 360 virtual tour of our center today. We will take you over some interesting areas around our center, but I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Ramesh Pillai, and he's one of our directors for our center.
Thank you. Thank you, William. So it is our honor to invite you, all students, maybe some teachers or parents also on board. Welcome. Now, this program is brought to you by STEM for All Makerspace in collaboration with Kuala Lumpur Engineering and Science Fair, right? So STEM for All Makerspace is very pleased to be one of the partners to this KLACF 21. And we have actually brought two programs, or rather we have been invited to organize some programs, and we decided that we'll do two programs. Yesterday, I think some of you had followed us, and you probably were very excited to see Daryl showing how to make an ice cream stick drone, right? So that is part of our contribution towards STEM, towards KLACF 2021. And so today we have another very exciting topic, which is take a tour, a 360 tour, or we call it a virtual tour, a virtual reality tour to STEM for All Makerspace. And of course, what's going to be exciting is that we're going to have a lot of prizes, all right? Thanks to KLACF for sponsoring some prizes. So those who stay on and are able to answer the questions, you get to win some very interesting prizes. How it's going to work is that there'll be some quizzes. We'll share with you the link, a Google form link, which is like a quiz. All you have to do is answer accurately, and of course there's also a time frame. Whoever answers fastest, accurately, tends to win. I think you're very familiar with how Google Form and Google Quiz works, right? So it's very straightforward, but most importantly, we want you to have fun, right? So as Mr. William has mentioned, STEM for All Makerspace is hosting this event. So I'll quickly show you what we are about, what we do as well. Therefore, in future, if you've got ideas, if you get programs that you want to come and participate, or maybe you want to conduct something, we welcome you. So I'll take you through some slides to show you what we have. Okay, ready? One moment here. Okay, so you can see the slides. All right, so now firstly, Kuala Lumpur Engineering and Science Fair, it is organized every year, and usually in the month of November, December, and lots of exciting events used to be hosted physically, usually at the Mines Exhibition Fair. We have been there, and it's a very exciting event, but now for the past 2 years, we are going online. Right, so some of the things that will happen or has been happening in KLACF, we have competitions, math quiz, science and engineering innovation webinars, STEM webinars, and as well as virtual tours, which is one of it which we're doing today. So I think maybe some of you students have the opportunity to participate, and today is the very last day, right? That's KLACF, and as mentioned, we had two events, or one event was done yesterday. Let's build an ice cream stick, a drone using ice cream sticks. Okay, it was a very fantastic webinar, and physically we can actually do that. So the whole idea is just to tell you that, hey, look here, you can also build your own drones, right? So I think some of you have been following, and it's a very exciting event. And today is what we're going to take you through a 360 tour. One is the technology. I think, Mr. William will also explain the technology behind the 360 and how probably this is going to be the future of how education is also going to be brought to you. And therefore, it is a very strong component of STEM. Okay? And that's basically what we're going to do. And as I said, we will also reward all these participants who are able to answer the questions with some prizes thanks to KLACF. Okay, now a very quick journey of STEM for All Makerspace. We are based in Daman Mall in Subang Jaya. It's a very community-centric center. But before that, maybe I would also like to tell you what STEM is about and why we are excited about STEM. Of course, as you may know, the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Science, and many other organizations are promoting STEM education. So you may ask why. So this is the reason. Now, firstly, STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. So I think this is something that all of you know. Even in schools now, those days during my time, Mr. Williams' time, we call science stream. Now you call it STEM. Okay, all right. So STEM is already a name that is become synonymous with technology. Now, okay, why STEM education? There are lots of reasons, because we say career opportunities are greater. The government, the country needs more STEM-based employees. Okay, so this is what the importance of STEM. But you as a student, what is relevant is, this is what I see. This is one of the most interesting ways how I see STEM education. Number one, STEM education allows students to do brainstorming. All right, like even in our center, it's not individual. We normally have teamwork. All right, so you collaborate with your friends and you come up with better ideas. So that is STEM education. Number two, higher order thinking skills. Right, you're able to solve problems. You're able to think of different ways. Right. Number three is be an innovative student. STEM education allows you to be creative, allows you to be innovative, allows you to solve problems. Okay, so as compared to the conventional route learning, which is textbook, here it's all very much experiential learning. Okay, and finally, it also builds confidence. You know how it builds confidence? Because if you're able to solve a problem, it makes you think that, hey, great, I can do it. Like, for example, yesterday, Daryl was teaching you how to make a drone. At the end of it, if you see the two kids who were doing the drones, they were so happy and excited. Why? Because they were able to build a drone. You never think that you can build a drone. So what happens? They become more confident. What happens? They want to learn more about drone. All right, so knowledge, education is enhanced in that particular area. So this is what STEM education is about. It's not just about textbook, but experiential learning. Okay, so that's in a nutshell how I see the importance and relevance and why STEM education is very exciting. So you see, creativity and innovation stands out very strongly in STEM. Okay, and so to explain to you, this is what we have at our center. We are a learning center which is very experiential. It's community based. That means it is not so very commercial, in the sense that we have a lot of collaborators, a lot of sponsors. Many of the programs, in fact I won't say many, most of the programs that we have done are all free of charge, sponsored. All right, like today's program, we are giving away prizes, sponsored. Right, so that's a very community-centric type of organization that we are leading. And finally, we cater for schools and communities. We have a lot of school visits. Perhaps there are some slides. In fact, you can see here this group of kids here, excitedly. It's a little bit small, but the last picture, So this is group of students coming to have fun at our center. So we cater for students. Now, what kind of programs that we have done? Okay, this is our engagement with the Ministry of Education. Again, you can see here, you can see another picture of kids having a lot of fun, building things, designing things, creating some things that can solve a problem. Okay. Later, Mr. William will also show you some of the things, that are technology-based, that are problem-solving, that increases your curiosity. These are very simple things that are actually done within our center. Okay, these are some of the content providers. We have got a whole range of STEM content providers, so you name it, we can provide you. AR, VR, 3D printing, drones, biosciences, life sciences, chemistry. These are the partners who can do these programs, and we have done a lot of it. For example, we've got a Makerspace here, and William and Daryl are very much involved in doing programs at Makerspace. Okay, dedicated space for you to create projects. And this is an example of a project we have done in the Makerspace. We call it a hands-on with electronics. Okay, we do a magnetic spinner, we do a simple motor. So in December, we are planning to do all this. We hope that things will be better, restriction, movement on control will be relaxed. I mean, all of you have been fully vaccinated. Therefore, we think that, you know, if December school holiday, things are back to normal, we welcome you, because we're going to do this kind of a program in conjunction with the school holidays, right? Minggu Science Negara, as I said, why we call ourselves a community center, because we support it. So all these programs are free, sponsored by Ministry of Science in 2019, in 2020, and in 2021. 2021, everything was done online. Okay, we just finished it in April. I think some of you would have participated. So I want to just share with you, these are the exciting things that we do through STEM for All Makerspace, through our partners, through in fact, KLSCF, two of the main organizers are Utah and Might. And we will be doing more programs with them as well. So you can see how these are the strong partners who promote STEM education, who use our space, and we are reaching out to you to come and join these events. Let's see what else I have. Very exciting, World Engineering Day. So, you know, kids can actually build their own engineering-based project. So next year, World Engineering Day will be the same. World Engineering Day is actually on the 8th of March. So we're definitely doing something, and we'll be inviting you over workshops. You've seen this kind of activities. We do programs at other places, in other malls, as well as in schools, right? This is another attraction. We have a dedicated drone cage. Later, William will actually be able to show you a 360 view, right, of these facilities here. And we have a studio. Currently, we are broadcasting from our studio, right? So maybe if teachers, if students, you have got a project and you want to create your own video which has got special, which needs good equipment, our studio is available. Virtual events we have done, these are all virtual explorers. Yeah, this is just to give you a glimpse. You know, I won't take too much of the time, because I think this is for school teachers, inquiry-based maths learning, right? So like I said, everything is experiential, hands-on problem solving. Okay? These are meant for school teachers, and this is sponsored by the state government, Selangor state government. This has got to do with creating things out of recyclable materials, things that we throw away. We can actually create something useful, prizes to be won again, thanks to our sponsors. So this was done last year, and bear in mind, this year we'll be doing it again sometime in December, and you'll be invited to participate. Okay, attractive prizes to be won. We have done all this kind of a program. So with that, I just would like to tell you, STEM for All Makerspace is a very exciting, interactive space which caters for kids of all ages, right? And now I think I will pass to Mr. William, who will take you through the 360 tour and also show you some of the kind of the projects that we have at our center. All right, to you.
Thanks, Mr. Ramesh. That was a very good kind of a very short introduction of the activities and stuff that we have at STEM for Makerspace. We've been here about 2 years already, and we have actually sort of grown organically since August the 1st of 2019. We had so much of activity, so many of the students that came and enjoyed the experiential activities here. Then the pandemic hit. When pandemic hit, what we did was we transitioned ourselves into the STEM studio so that we could actually broadcast stuff that we could share with the students from day one. In fact, we were very active, and I think so far we've done more than about 100 plus just pure on webinars alone. So we're very excited, and all this is made possible also with the help of our STEM partners, and for that we're very grateful for all of them, and of course the participation from the students, you guys, and also the teachers, and also the parents who actually support our efforts here. And also shout out to KLSF. They have been very supportive. Well, I mean, we have been involved in KLSF since 2015, and right now everything is changed. Now everything is more on hybrid or on this platform lah. All right, let's dive into what I want to show you. I want to talk to you about virtual reality. Virtual reality is something that basically everyone sort of had a very quick introduction to, especially during the pandemic. So virtual reality is basically to go to somewhere from the comfort of your home or from your desktop. And the idea of virtual reality, I have what do you call it, an attachment with also Google Street View, which gives me the ability to actually see the back part of virtual reality. And just let me just go to my slide, to this one. Yep. Yep. So this, basically what you see, can you all see this? This is the this is our place, STEM for All Makerspace. But let's just talk about the technology here. Do you notice that I can see all around me on this single point? That's amazing, isn't it? And how can this be done? Just imagine going around, taking a camera and taking a photo, but to have the ability of having a 360 view. Well, to make it into very simple context, every single point that we take, that's one point. Okay, let me go back. I just took a step forward and I'll go back again. So this point here, we call it a 360 point. And how is it done? It's very simple. With the algorithm in the computers that we have at Street View, what we do is we take four four basic shots. That means like take it from the 12 o'clock view, okay? Take it from a 3 o'clock view, take it from a 6 o'clock view, and we take it from a 9 o'clock view. So these four these four images are then stitched together. And of course it's like a wide angle, so you're able to see, if you're looking at one side, it is directly in front of me, and I can do all across and it stitches together. So this is basically a 360 view that you all actually can easily do. But the advantage of what we have at Google Maps is that we're able to do the stitching and also do the the steps. That means we can join from one waypoint to the next waypoint, as you see here. So what you have here is more like an exploration. It's a virtual tour. That's why we call it a virtual tour. And the ability here is that you can see some blinking points and some colors that's going on here. We are able also not just to have a good view of the virtual of the imagery, but also be able to have information. Now, what I did was I put the blinker on top of the STEM Makerspace title here, and if I click on it, you see there's information that comes out to it. So we're able to actually additionally overlay the information. We call it the information overlay system that will be very interactive. So for instance, if I want to find out about this particular information for here, you can see there's a copy down here. So now let's go into STEM for All Makerspace. So you can see a lot of things that are going on, a lot of blinking things. So you can see, okay, this is from the entrance. So you can see our space here. We have about 7,000 square feet of space here. This was taken, this is not a live view. Virtual tour is not a live view because it has to be post-processed. So what happened is that all these images were taken about, I think about 12 months ago. So that means what you see here, what I show you here, we have even more exciting stuff that we have today that I want you to, that's the reason why you all should come and visit us, because virtual tour is just for you to actually experience the area first, and then after that you have the ability to come and visit us. Alright, so what is blinking here very greatly is our Merdeka flag. we call it our string art Merdeka Flag. And as you can see here, this is basically a DIY Merdeka Flag which we did during last Merdeka celebrations, and we just decided to make something. STEM for All Makerspace is all about experiencing stuff and also making stuff. So the STEM is the science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and Makerspace is the concept of actually being a maker. That means very much touch and feel for anything that you have. Okay, let's let's proceed down here, and you can see here there's a lot of blinking stuff and a lot of questions. Now we are going to post 10 questions for you. These are easy peasy questions, all right? So but there are one or two questions here which you have to do some exploration and find out. Like for instance, I like the question. I just dive into question number 10. You're supposed to go around Stanford Makerspace and find there's a bunch of stones, okay, somewhere on the table, all right. And I want you to count the number of stones on the stone arts. So a bit of treasure hunting involved here. So that's the idea of virtual tour, to be able to actually go around and explore. Well, let me just go back one step here. You can see here, this, if I go into this, this is our collaboration with MMU and the engineering side. And if I want to know a little bit about that poster, we click on the poster and you get some information on that. So the overlay information is actually very helpful for us to dive into that area. All right. So let's go to the virtual tour section. This part here is actually very cool, and I want to share what we have here. So virtual tour can easily be incorporated into our e-learning, and that is important. And as you can see here, all right, VR learning is basically using the virtual reality technology to bring immersive education curriculum from outside to a traditional classroom. So what we can do is we can actually do stuff here, teach something here, and you students who are up north in Penang or in Kelantan or even Sabah Sarawak can actually enjoy and use this technology at your own time. So it's almost like a virtual technology at your fingertips when you want to use it. So over here, I have, okay, pay attention. We have 3 icons here, all right? The first icon here talks about the technology of this ocean thermal energy conversion, and this offers us the ability to go into the link of our fellow STEM partners. This is in UTM, and you can see this real interesting technology, sustainable energy, where you can convert ocean energy into electricity. Isn't that cool? So this is basically the advantage and what we want to share with you all. Just one of the items here, but let me go into this. We also have another one on, you can delve into this yourself. You can go into the plants, learning about plants, and of course the lower one we can go into, I can't remember which one is that, but I want to show you. I want to show you this. You notice this big TV here? It looks like a aeroplane, right? Well, it is an aeroplane. It is a Boeing 737, and just by clicking that, we're in an aeroplane. And this is the wonderful thing about it. This is a 737-800 series cabin inside, all right? And we can go straight into the front portion here. However, due to security, last time we could go into the cockpit. So now they have blocked going into the cockpit itself. But then I have kind of a cheat here. I want to show you something else. This is on the going into the aircraft cockpit. Alright, so the cockpit that we were supposed to go into just now, which unfortunately we can't access online, but I can show you here because you guys are viewing it from here. This is a typical 737 aeroplane cockpit, airline cockpit. Isn't that cool? And we have a little bit of information here. Say for instance, if you want to see what is on that display down there, I click on that, and that's your primary pilot display. So these are the things that you can use in virtual reality. The stuff that, the areas that you cannot access in, you're able to access in and actually learn lots. So this is very, very interesting. And we also have what do you call it? Different airplanes as well that you can go into. But these are the sort of technologies that is very, very interesting and exciting, as you can see. Alright, so you guys who are planning to become pilots, who are thinking about aviation, go into our YouTube channel because we have done some YouTube presentations on how to become a microlight pilot, how to become an airline pilot, even a jet pilot. These are all the things that we can go into.
Quizzes, do you want to share the link now?
Yes, we can share the link already.
Okay,
on the quizzes. I just go back to STEM for All. Okay. Let me see. Yeah.
Okay, there is a question. I tried to read it out from Hassan. He says that, sorry nak tanya, hari apa tu tutup? Tempat kita tutup because tinggal jauh. Okay, sorry saya susah nak baca kerana jauh. Alright, so hari mana yang kita tutup? Okay, actually di mall tu tak tutup. Kita ikut masa mall lah, tapi sekarang kerana masa what you call pandemic ni, so pukul 11 pagi so pukul 11 pagi hingga ke pukul 7 malam. Okay, so tiap-tiap hari cuti, hari perayaan semua dibuka. Okay, tapi kalau nak datang, kalau buat appointment bagus lah, so kita pun kalau boleh panggil, nanti kita share link untuk FB. You can communicate through FB ke atau Instagram dalam chat kita akan share. Alright.
Thanks, Mr. Ramesh, for the information. So our opening hours are still constrained. One of the reasons is because we're waiting for you guys to get fully vaccinated. So if you all haven't been vaccinated yet, please, I think by the end of the year everyone should be vaccinated. And really, we really do see our normalcy coming back in January already. I know you guys have just started school, and looking forward to seeing you guys during the school holidays. We have a lot of exciting things. All right. So let me just continue on the track here. We have lots of interesting things. We collaborate with UTHM, and they have all these what do you call it, M-bots that we have here, which are very interesting. We made a you can see that we made a football game using the M-bots, and we have put a ping pong ball there, and we play a little bit of robot soccer there. Okay, let me take you to the drone section. Our drone section is actually very exciting as well. As you can see here, we have lots of drones, and the kind of drones that we have, you can see here, are very much a DIY. Why are we interested in having DIY drones, guys? Is because we want to go to the raw basics. We want to teach you all how to build simple drones. And once you have that knowledge, you can actually do a lot of things. Alright? And you see the drones here. Can you see there's an ice cream stick drone here? Oh, it's difficult to see. Let me just pull it out for you. Okay. So this is an ice cream stick drone which was featured yesterday with Daryl, our lead trainer, And can I show it down here? Okay, let me show you a more detailed view. Let me see. Isn't that very, very nice? So this is a detail of an ice cream stick drone, and you can see it is very fragile. Yes, it is very fragile, but the idea here, this is an educational version of an ice cream stick drone. The reason for it to be, what do you call it, ice cream stick, is that so kids will be able to relate to it. It'll be very easy to build, and once you finish building this, the same, what do you call it, the same concept can be used for other material like carbon fiber, or whether you want to use 3D printed. This is when you finish this, you can actually take out all the parts and come up with something as cool as this. Don't you think this is cool? This is something really built in the sense that we assemble it using the parts. Hope it's in focus. And also to be able to actually design your own frame. So you see the green color frame is a design from the 3D printing. So it's very interesting. So let me just get back into the tour. Alright. So the important thing about drones is, of course, anyone can fly, alright? But you have to fly in a very safe manner. You have to fly responsibly. So that's something that we promote a lot. So we help kids actually build drones, and later on we will, to have a successful drone build, you have to actually fly in the drone cage, alright? Did I say that we have a drone cage? Ramesh, we have a drone cage.
Yes, do we?
Let me see. Okay, the great thing about virtual tour is that we can actually just go and look for the drone cage. Can you guys see? I'm taking you guys to the front again. Can you see where our drone cage is? Our drone cage is actually very big. It's about 5 meters cube. But where is it? Or maybe we have to do a little bit of exploring, and maybe and maybe go a little bit outside. Do you guys see it yet? Oops! Do you see it? That's right. You can see the yellow line there. So our drone cage is just outside our center. It's just next to the gym. And I want to let you know that in December, actually from November 15 onwards, we'll be having fun fly sessions. We're going to start again on our fun fly sessions. And what does a fun fly session mean? Basically, you will take a drone and you learn your piloting skills. Just now inside the center, you learn how to build the drone, alright? So that's one part of it. But another part of it would be to pilot drones. So what we use is we just use toy grade drones, because in terms of learning, in terms of learning how to fly a drone, you just need to use your sticks, your throttle, and also your controls here, so that you'll be able to fly. And what better way to learn to fly than to learn to fly in a contained area? This is our drone cage. So you can easily fly inside here. And if you crash or if you go sideways, doesn't matter, because it's all contained. So this is something that we're only charging 5 ringgit for about 5 minutes, and you'll be able to actually learn how to feel, and there'll be an instructor to actually teach you the right way of actually doing it. So this is our drone cage. Please don't forget to come to Diamond Mall. We're on the 3rd floor, and a lot of exciting things. There's also a new cinema that's coming upstairs, that's opening tomorrow. So you want to bring your family, you can come for watching a cinema, watch a movie, then after that you can come and join us at Stanford Makerspace. So let me come inside the Makerspace again. And this time I want to take you straight to the fun part of it. Next to the drone section, we have the Makerspace, and this is a place where you can actually have fun. You can see it popped up there, the Makerspace, and you can see some interesting features we have there. We have a life-size, guys. We have a life-size R2D2. You can see him here. Very exciting. And you click on R2D2 here, and you can see the project journey of actually building the R2D2. So this is a fully printed 3D printed R2D2, and hopefully by the time you come, you can move and walk and talk. This is something that is what do you call it? It took about 3,000 parts that we put them together. And how did we put them together? We put them together using 3D printing. Using these 3D printing machines here. Okay, so there's interesting stories on 3D printing here. So we have some machines here that you all can test out. And the great thing about 3D printing is that you can actually, if you come to Daman, you can see this. This is, can you see that? That's a name, a 3D. Put it against my T-shirt, slightly bigger one. This is a This is a 3D printed, what do you call it, name tag that you can put as a keychain. So you can come here, there's only, we're doing a collaboration with Daman Mall. So if you buy a certain amount of stuff from the supermarket or whatever, you are eligible to receive a 3D printed name tag keychain with your name on it. You can put up to 7 alphabets, your name. So this is very personalized, very customized, so please come. But there's only a limited stock of 200 pieces. So after that, then we will actually present you with a small charge if you want to personalize your own, your own name tag. So coming back to the questions around for this area, there's some questions on 3D printing, all right? Then I show you on the drones. So I've actually taken you on a journey for a little help for you to answer some questions, okay? I'm not going to make it too easy for you guys. You guys have to go around the center and also engage in some of the stuff that we have here. And there's also some sections on biology here, which is interesting. Oh yeah, I want to show you the, what do you call it? The tetrahedron. These are, what do you call it? Just straws, okay? Made in they are polyhedrons. That means they are just shapes that you can actually come to the mall here and you can actually get one polyhedron or tetrahedron. So it's very good for spatial learning, for you all to be able to learn what is a triangle, what's a diamond, square, things like that you can touch and feel. For the teachers who are out there, you can actually use this in your classroom setting, and this can be a very easy project to work inside the classroom. I think that's very cool. All right. So again here, oh, what is this? Oh, see, we have a picture. So of our visit by what do you call it, Dr. Rafi from the Ministry of Education. So we have a lot of interesting things here. We have a lot of sustainable stuff here. And one thing that is not here that we've just built is our simulator. We have a simulator here that we can use for drones. So you guys can come in and test our simulator and fly the drones. So not only can you build your own drone, but you can also test fly on simulation first before you can go onto the cage itself. So we're very big on drones because MUDAS I'm also part of MUDAS, which is the Malaysian UAV Drone Activist Society. So we're very we're very into development and advancement of drones in Malaysia. So we want to share with you that as well. Okay, I think there's just one last thing I want to show you was this device here that we did for the 3D printing. Let me go to number 4. This small camera. Just now when I showed you the drones, I think you would have been wondering, what is this flashy thing here? Well, this is again, it's a DIY project, fully printed. You can see this black box here is fully printed, and we got some components. This is an arcade, what do you call it? Okay, this is an arcade buttons. We have like the street lights, things like this, and we call it the memory box. Okay, what it does is that it's a very simple thing that you can play. Now let me just play this for you and see whether you understand. I'm very bad at this, by the way, but I'm just showing you the concept. Okay, what it does is that it features one color. So it says blue, so I press blue. It says congratulations. So the next one is blue and yellow. So I press blue and yellow. Congratulations again. I level up to level 2. So now I'm just following the sequence in which it's going. So now I'm level 3. Congratulations again, level 4. Oh good, I got level 5 now. Okay, I messed up there. So you can see this game is very good for the memory, and we have students who come here. I'm already old okay, I'm already old. So students who come here, 12, 13 years old, they can reach, first time they can go up to level 13, you know, Ramesh, level 13 and 14. So this is something that you can actually engage in, play with it. But before you do that, we can build it. So we want to have we want to know whether you guys are interested. We can actually do a workshop on this. We can actually, this is very large, but we can do a smaller version which you can actually put it in your hand, and then you can just it's like a Game Boy. In my days, those days we had not say in my days lah, okay, but in the 80s they had Game Boys. Before all your computer gaming, it all started early days with Game Boy, and you can convert this into a project. You can learn a little bit about programming, about coding, assembling, soldering, putting this together. Because it's a makerspace, the idea here is to build something that is fun, but at the same time you learn how to solder, you learn how to actually know a little bit about coding and putting things together, and then coming up with it. We even have what they call it, the badges, what do you call it, to the soldering badges that we can do in a drone shape or in a robot shape. So that's very, very interesting.
If I can just add something,
yes.
yeah. So you see, as Mr. William mentioned, this is projects that you can come and play, very basic. You can come and build, but you can also do it as a school project. I think a lot of your students, you ada project RBT, Reka Bentuk Technology, and biasa kesukaran, the challenge is that you don't have resources, material. So you can actually come here, you can engage our people. Daryl will be very pleased to help, as a teamwork, create good project for your RBT, get high marks, and maybe you may in the process invent something new, because all these games are very customizable. You can develop something, you can add a new feature. That's where creativity comes in. That's where you brainstorm with your friends, make it into a team project. So this is something that, as Mr. William has pointed out, is also very relevant for your school subjects, especially Reka Bentuk and Technology, right?
That's very interesting. I want to show you, let me see, are we back here? Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Miranda. Can you see how cool this is? Can you see that? That's what do you call it? A badge. It's in green. So let me just let me look at it, this camera. This camera is
on.
for this. So guys, just
Closer to
look at that. Let me get it. Okay, yeah. So these are components that you can actually, on the back part of it, you solder it in, and after soldering it in, you can take it home. It becomes, what do you call it? It becomes a badge. Okay. That's really cool, right? So this is something that, yeah, thanks for getting it in focus. So this little project, I think the cost of doing this tutorial is about 25 ringgit. And after you finish this, you learn a little bit of electronics, okay? You learn how to solder, and later on you can take this home and put it on your lapel. Okay. So basically, you can put it up here, and you can walk around. So this good sense of achievement there. Yes. Okay. Question: what are the stone art? That's an interesting question. Basically, what is stone art? Stone art is a stone, batu, and you draw on it, paint on it. So I'll leave it to you on that, because that's on question 10, right? So you can come back on that. Let me just go back to, okay, here. I want to show you our studio. All right. Okay. This is our STEM studio, which was actually this photograph was taken way before we actually put any of our studio equipment in. All right. So you can see the outside of it. Let me see. Yeah, I have to make a U-turn. Yeah. Let me go in this way. Okay, let's go into the STEM studio. So we actually built this STEM studio because we wanted to, what do you call it, to do some cool stuff. Oh, I'm still not in it. So I'm going into the door. So right now, because this was taken before we souped up the STEM studio, alright, I can show you a little bit on how it looks like now. So you can see the equipment, you can see Mr. Ramesh there conducting a class. This is an online class. We call this a hybrid seminar. So we did this in conjunction with one of our, what do you call it, STEM partners, SEDA. And we're teaching the kids how to build a solar panel for this one. So you learn a lot of interesting things. It's another view here, which I did put in. We had an engineering class as well. So the engineering class is something that we actually learn how to. This class was actually to build concrete. How do they mix the concrete? And this was actually officiated by UTM and also with IEM, the Institute of Engineers Malaysia. So a lot of programs that we have had that I'm sure you'll be excited about. So please visit us at our STEM studio, and then maybe we can do some great things together. If you all have any projects or you want to support us in the STEM studio, maybe you want to do some video recordings or tutorials, we can always do that. All right. So we have a live view. Thanks, Daryl. So now we're showing the live view of the STEM studio. You can see how this is done. This is a little backstory as well on how our production is done. And you can see behind me, using Daryl's camera, you see a green screen. Can you see that? So this is what you don't see in a normal webinar. Now we're giving you a little bit of a peek on how production is carried out. And you can see all the devices that we have, all the stuff, the equipment. It is a very, very full setup, and we're actually very proud of this setup. And the room is soundproof, And we're all here on the third floor at STEM 4 Makerspace.
And we also have got a dedicated crew.
Yeah.
I think we can't because it's a bit too dark in that corner. So Daryl will try to see whether the crew can say hi to all of you. Great. Yeah, it's a bit dark.
Thank you very much, Daryl, for showing us that. All right. Let me go on this. So I think that concludes my end of it. Do you guys have any questions? Please do ask. And we're keeping the what do you call it? The competition open until tonight midnight.
Yes,
Mr. Ramesh.
Yes, the competition will close at midnight tonight. So that means you have got time. You want to invite your friends. You can share. Tell them to just watch this recording. You have the link. It's the same YouTube link, the video link, that you can watch, and you can also answer the questions. You can invite your friends and family also to join in, right? As I said, the prizes will be offered by our sponsor, KLSCF, for this particular year. So just some announcement. At the same time, if you get questions, you can raise your hand, you can turn your cameras on now, or you can just post your questions in the chat box. So two things I'd like to announce. The competition, the link is shared with you. Okay, it's a Google form link. It's a quiz, in fact, right? So you just have to answer the 10 questions that Mr. William had shared. He has, in fact, given you a lot of tips as well.
Yeah,
all right.
did.
So he said easy peasy. Yeah. So all we want you to do is have fun, answer the question, and win some prizes. Okay, that's one. Number two is that the sponsor or the organizer, KLSCF 2021, will also be giving e-certificates to all those who participate. For you to gain that e-certificate, you have to fill another Google form. I think it's being shared. I think our crew has shared one more Google form, and that is for attendance or claim your e-certificate. Okay, so if you have not, just wait for a while. We will share with you another link, and you can then just submit that link. That is for your attendance as well as to receive the. All right. So this form. So this form is for attendance. Maybe we can just type there attendance and e-certificate. Right.
Okay.
So it'll be clear. So there
Yes,
are two
it's up.
forms. All right. Great. So any questions, guys, girls? Any suggestions? Any ideas? We are still waiting. Maybe still very early in the morning. You just woke up, still in your pajamas. Okay, that's the attendance form, correct?
Okay, that's very important because then you can get your what do you call it, the certificate.
Yes,
right?
the certificate will come from the organizer, that is Kuala Lumpur Science and Engineering Fair, which is organized by UTA and MITE. They are the two main organizers for this.
I do hope when KLSF opens next year, it'll be the same KLSF that we're very used to, where actually KLSF, the Kuala Lumpur Engineering Science Fair, it is the biggest science fair in the country. And it's held at Mines, and it's been there for how many years already?
As you mentioned, I think the first one was 2015. Probably it's now the 6th or 7th year,
Yeah.
6th year probably. Yeah.
So there's a lot of interactive stuff that everyone is participating from all over the country, and there are so many busloads of kids and children that actually come.
True, but because of the unfortunate circumstance, we can't have anything physical, so all is being done online. Nevertheless, we try to make it as exciting. But as Mr. William mentioned, November, December, we have got quite a lot of activities lined up. World Science Day, in fact, I forgot to mention, World Science Day is on the from the 10th to 15th, 14th of November. So we're just lining up all the activities. Within the next 1 or 2 days, you will receive the schedule. So there's going to be quite a bit of activities there. And that will also lead up to the school holiday programs, physical programs. Of course, if you're in the Klang Valley, it will be very easy for you to come by. But if you are further up, then maybe, if you plan to make a trip to KL, then you can definitely come and drop by at our center during the school holidays. Okay?
Yep. I think we can wrap up already. It's almost 11. And I would like to thank our sponsors, MITE, UTA, and KDSF on general. Hope for every success that has happened for the past 2 weeks, I think.
Yes.
And again, I just want everything to come back to normalcy. Hopefully by this time next year, we can actually attend attend the fair in person. And don't forget, follow up with our YouTube channel and also our Facebook for updates. So our next sessions will be from the 10th to the 14th, which is actually not far from now. And we hope to see you all very soon. And of course, if you can have the opportunity, do drop by at Diamond Mall in Subang Jaya, USJ, and visit us. We'll be very happy to entertain you.
All right, thanks, William. And on behalf of STEM for All Makerspace, on behalf of Kuala Lumpur Engineering and Science Fair, I'd like to thank you for joining the session today, and we look forward to your participation in future events. I think many of you are already in our database. If you're not, follow us on our Facebook, follow us on our YouTube channel, and you'll be updated on the upcoming events, right? And most importantly, we like you to be interested in the subjects that we have mentioned. I think just now when Mr. William took you around the 360 tour, it's actually based on the Google Street View technology, right? So you're very familiar with Google Street, you know how to navigate. Your kids are excellent, compared to us. I still have problem sometimes, like, chat sikit, then you move here, move there, but you guys, you know how to go everywhere. Therefore, these are the technologies that is going to be easy for you guys to use, right? So using the same Google Street technology, now you can actually go into buildings. But what's interesting is there's so much of information. Another offset or another spin-off of that is actually the AR technology. We have also got some products of some of our friends, STEM partners who are doing that, offering AR technology. So with that, I'd like to let you know that this is what we do to excite kids and to learn better, and do keep in touch with us. Right.
Thank you so much, and
Okay.
goodbye to everyone.
President, thank you.
Sure.
Right.